everybody. Let's see. Today is January 28th, I believe. And it is currently about 5:10. Oh, it's Friday, January 27th. It's currently 5:10 in New York City. I am recording myself in black and white because I just got out of the shower and I turned red beyond red, and I figure black and white just makes me look normal, kind of. Anyway, Zoe and I are in Manhattan right now. We're staying at a Comfort Inn, right, seriously, probably like 30 steps away from Central Park. And across the street there are some really nice brownstones, and it has a really nice ambiance. You pay for what you get, and so our room is really small. And the bathroom is, I actually think a bathroom on a cruise ship might be bigger, and that's saying a lot because the bathroom on a cruise ship is really small, but I can barely get in between the sink and the toilet and the wall to just sit down and go to the bathroom. But then again, we're in Manhattan and it's pretty awesome. The hotel isn't awful. It's actually pretty nice. We walked into our room and all we saw was a twin bed, and Zoe and I were like, wow, that's going to be a really tight squeeze. And then we walked around the corner and there was I think it's a full bed, and we get our own beds. Yay! I'll give you a little tour of our room. This is where you walk in, and there's Zoe, and here's the wall. Now we're walking back, like going in from the door, and here's my bed, and there's the closet, and here's the TV, which is oddly really nice, and a little window, and then the bathroom. Shower, really tiny, and toilet, sink, window. That's pretty much it. But hey, it works. So far today has been really busy. I woke up probably around 9-ish, and I hopped on the bus and I went to a subway station from Queens, and then I went from the subway station to Brooklyn, and when I got off it was pouring rain. I mean, pouring. And I didn't have an umbrella. But luckily, the reason why I went to Brooklyn was to go to the ticket booth, and it was covered. So I was able to stand there and not get wet. I stood in line for the ticket booth. I was second in line. It opened at 11. I got there at about 20 till 11. Stood in line, and I got our tickets. We are 4th row for Rent tonight. So excited. And 3rd row tomorrow for a matinee for Newsical the Musical. And we can't wait. So after I bought tickets, I got back on the subway, took it to Bryant Park, and I got off and I walked through Bryant Park. It was still raining. I didn't have an umbrella yet, and I was starving. But I walked through Bryant Park, even though it wasn't as cool as it was in the summer because it was pretty dead. And then I walked from there to 5th Avenue, and I walked from Bryant Park to Central Park, and I saw all kinds of shops. I could barely afford to window shop, but it was really cool. And I bought an umbrella, and then it stopped raining. After that, after I bought the umbrella, I got a bagel, and then I walked down to the Apple store, which is right across from Central Park, which was really cool. And then right next to the Apple store was an FAO Schwarz, and I walked into FAO Schwarz. I couldn't find that piano from the movie Big, so I wonder what happened to it, or if maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough. Funny story, by the way, is that when I was walking into FAO Schwarz, there was a little fountain outside, and there were these 2 women and like 7 children. I'm not quite sure if they were moms or nannies. But all the kids that weren't in the stroller had these huge rain boots on, and they ran into the fountain. And the people, the moms or nannies, whoever they were, freaked out and yelled at them to get out of the fountain. So the little girls got out of the fountain, and then one ran back into the fountain and got in all the way, to the point where her boots were filled with water and her pants were soaking wet, and mom slash nanny, whatever she was, freaked out and told her that she couldn't get pizza and said that she has to walk around with wet pants all day. And then another girl made a run for it again to try to get into the water, and mom had to run after her. And there were people around videotaping it because it was that funny. Really cute, but also she was soaked, and yeah. So after that, I walked back to the subway, I think off of like 5th and 53rd, and hopped on, and as I was walking, I saw this UPS guy, and I was wearing my Paul Frank hat, and he was like, "Hey, cute hat." And I was like, "Thank you." And then I hopped on the subway, and then I got off the subway, and some lady told me in Queens that I looked so cute with all my stuff. I think that was code for you look like a tourist and you're cute because you don't know it. Because I thought I looked pretty cool. So then I went back to Zoe's school. We got packed up, left again, hopped on a bus, hopped on a subway. Oh, I got empanadas in between that, by the way. Really good empanadas. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a Mexican food calzone without cheese, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, hopped on the subway. I've given directions twice today because I guess people are comfortable asking me where to go, and I direct them correctly, and that's it so far. Zoe and I are going to finish getting dressed. I'm obviously not dressed in appropriate street clothing, and we are going to go to Times Square, and we're going to eat pizza, and then we're going to see Rent and shop, and then we're going to Junior's later, and we are splitting red velvet cake and the famous Junior's cheesecake, which I can't wait for. So that's about it for now, and I will post pictures and edit this and let y'all know what I'm up to. See ya! Today is currently January 28th, and it is 10:10 in Colorado and 12:10 a.m. here. That's why I said it's January 28th, even though it's super early in the morning or late at night. Zoe and I just got back from seeing Rent, and it was amazing. The guy who played Roger did an incredible job, and this was my 4th time seeing it, and my first time seeing it with a black Roger, and I think I liked it better, actually. It kind of added some more depth to him. That's just me, though. And we sat next to a girl from New Zealand, and she is a play junkie, and then a couple people in front of us were also really into plays. So we had a lot to talk about at intermission. After we saw the play, we went out and we went to Junior's, and Zoe and I split french fries, and she got macaroni and cheese, and I got a big bowl of matzo ball soup, and it was amazing. And then we were going to take the bus back to our hotel, but it was cold and it wasn't that far anyway, so we just hopped on a taxi. I hailed a taxi, which was pretty cool, and he took us right up to our hotel, and it was really easy. Oh, and I forgot to say that before we went to the show, we went to our favorite pizza place, which is like 4 shops down from Milford Plaza, and it's 99 cents cheese pizza, and people there are really nice, and they have Diet Dr. Brown's soda, so it was pretty delicious. And then we went to Forever 21 and shopped, and then we went to Starbucks, and then we went to the play, and it was a really nice evening. I'm going to sign off, and I will post again tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Today I went and I walked down Fifth Avenue. I got off at the Bryant stop and I saw the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Tower. And then on my way to Fifth Avenue, I saw Chipotle, go figure. I saw Rockefeller Center, which is like my dream place for SNL. And then this statue dude, and there was the ice skating rink down there. I don't remember what this guy was called, but it's pretty cool and it's pretty familiar. I saw Saks and Company. I know that's a big deal on Fifth Avenue. And then whenever I watch 30 Rock, I always see this dude. It's Atlas, I believe, holding the earth. And I don't really know what it has to do with 30 Rock, but I thought of that show. I saw the Trump Tower, and I went inside of it also. I don't have pictures of it, though. And it was gorgeous. It's just as gorgeous on the inside as it is outside. And of course, it's next to Tiffany and Company, and looked inside, and it is just gorgeous. I saw people walking out with those trademark little turquoise bags and was kind of jealous. Right across from the Tiffany and Company, I saw the Plaza, which is a fancy hotel. And then across from that is the Apple Store on Fifth Avenue, and it is pretty awesome. Shout out to Brian, because he told me all these fun facts, which I had no idea. It's pretty cool. FAO Schwartz, and there's a little toy soldier dude outside of it. He was so funny. And then a close-up of Tiffany and Company. On the way to the subway, I picked up an empanada, and my first empanada, and it was pretty good. It was like a Mexican calzone. I think I said that earlier. Zoe and I walked around Times Square, and of course, I am a tourist, and I am proud of it, and I don't have a problem. As you can see, my face is super red. Oh well. I made Zoe be a little tourist for a little bit, even though she didn't really want to be. But oh well, like I said, we're tourists. There I am again in Times Square. And then after Rent, I had to get my picture with the sign, and I made Zoe get a picture with the sign just because I know that Mom would be mad if I didn't get a picture of her at the sign. We went to Junior's afterwards and had mac and cheese, and it was delicious. There's a couple pictures just because it's so good. Oh, I ordered matzo ball soup, and it was also delicious. The matzo balls are perfect there, and I really enjoyed it. Our waitress was really nice. And picture of me in Junior's enjoying myself. And I'm the director, apparently. Ta-ta!